Hi, my name is Ashleigh Palmer, and I'm going to be sharing with you a little bit of my understanding of the term fiscal cliff. Honestly, before this past week, I didn't really know much about what the term meant myself. But if you've watched the news at all lately, you've probably heard it being thrown around quite a bit. The term has actually been around for a number of years, but it wasn't really popular. Ben Bernanke popularized it in early 2012 when he started using it. It's used to describe the problem that the U.S. government faced in regards to the Budget Control Act of 2011. So you might be wondering what exactly was included in the Budget Control Act of 2011. Well, basically what was in it is that there would be an end to tax cuts for many Americans, and there would be imposed government spending cuts as they neared the debt ceiling. The Constitution gives Congress the power to borrow and spend money, and the debt ceiling is meant to be a way to keep this borrowing and spending in check. The issue was created when tax cuts from the Bush administration were set to expire. Congress did address this issue, but unfortunately they waited until the very last second to do so. It actually should have been addressed well before the end of 2012, and they were meeting on it January 1st of 2013. They did come up with a way to address the issue, and they passed the American Taxpayer Relief Act on January 1st of this year. Basically what was in it was that for individuals who made over $400,000 and couples who made over $450,000, their taxes would be increased, while trying to keep taxes for the middle class steady. There were also some corporate tax breaks that were extended, and it phased out credits and deductions for individuals with an income over $250,000. There were also changes made to the taxation on investment income. What this January 1st meeting failed to address was how they were going to deal with the spending cuts to the federal government. They didn't lay out a plan for that when they met in January. They did, however, address this issue when they met in the beginning of March. I think that Congress should have done something about this issue much sooner. Obviously, it's a problem that they knew was coming and something that they would have to deal with at some point. They should have spent time throughout the year planning a way to deal with how they were going to deal with taxes as well as spending cuts before they reached the deadline of the end of 2012. When they made the changes, they did backdate them to 2012, but really they shouldn't have waited until the last minute to be doing it at all. I think that sequestration may be good in some cases, but I think overall it's not a good tool for the American people. I don't think across-the-board spending cuts are the answer. The deficit and the debt definitely needs to be reduced, but I don't think it should be done in a way that could cause potential harm to America or the American people. For example, I don't think we should be cutting funding to anything that has to do with public safety. I don't think that's right. I think they should be looking at ways to cut frivolous spending instead. Right now, Congress is still receiving their bonuses, but there are other departments of government that are forcing their employees to take one unpaid day a week of vacation as a way to cut their spending. I think that we need to be definitely looking at the extra spending before we're forcing people to do things like this. I have hope that with time there will come another solution on how we're going to handle these issues, but I don't think it's something that we have come up with yet. Thank you for taking the time and watching my video. Bye.